Down the down down down. The Rogue Pizza is on the hunt. Awkward to keep the peace. Cross is on the problem. With help of a new mutant ally, they'll make the way back home through the rifts. Stop evil. The danger's calling. The meet old friends. The light will be found. Stop evil. Pizza man. Pizza man. We arrived. We were home. We were back in New York City. Unfortunately, it appeared the barrier that was keeping Pizza Cutter's side of the city closed off was broken when the rift happened. We guessed and calculated that 6 months had passed in our home dimension, just like in most dimensions. So it was going to be quite a shock for them to see me and Aqua as full-grown adults, especially when Cross hadn't actually aged that much, only having aged the 6 months since he wasn't with us for the majority of the path. And to see Pizza Man again with his new armor. Especially to see me with a cowboy look, a robotic eye, and several weapons. But didn't matter. Me and Pizza Man began to patrol the city just to get the clear, to make sure nothing was in there, to make sure we can find a proper way to Resistance Base without encountering any of the villains. I think I hear something this way. I think I can hear it too, Mott. Get this old sword here. He began to walk towards it when we began to hear a noise. No, could that be? Not quite sure, Matt. Let's get a closer look. We turned. It was a blue and red robots. The noise was simply their own toy robot. They quickly opened up their own blasters towards us. I prepared to shoot them, but Pizza Man told me to stop. What, Mutt? Don't those color schemes remind you of them? The shorter one, well, they're actually both the same height, it seems, but the blue one has white accents, white and blue. The other one is white and red. And their helmets seem to hide skulls underneath there. But don't you... But generally, they seem to have somewhat of a skull stack to their helmets. Don't that remind you of somebody? Especially the red one with the scarf? No, it couldn't be. But it was. It was Sans Papyrus. They were alive again. But they were cyborgs now. Well, Matt, I guess Ross decided to bring them back as cyborgs. That way they could be original characters without having to deal with copyright since they want to be more original. For once, I'm glad to be a fictional character. Thank the Lord. We have one at this point. We quickly got the introductions out of the way, and they were shocked to discover it was me, and to learn how much time had passed for us in the rifts. But we're also happy to see that Pizza Man had been alive since what they heard was he was lost to the rifts. It's so good to see you, my friend. Good to see you too. Says, actually, what's your new name? Oh, I now go by Robo S. And Papaya, I mean, the red one over here, it goes by Robo Red. Wow, real creative there. Yeah, I know. Well, let's get everybody off our ship. The captain's got his own work to do with, although I'm gonna have to settle a score with that chicken. And that's when the chicken showed up, and, well, yeah. Yeah, so to see Pizza Man got his butt whooped again. We all got back to the base. Everyone was happy to see each other again. Sarah was a little shocked to see me and Aqua having grown so much to the point that they were the same age, and that's when Sarah actually revealed to us that we were actually wrong. She wasn't the same age as us, or Pizza Man. She was actually a few years older. But regardless, technically she's a few years older, as she had actually been sealed away for a few years on the rifts, And since she actually gained some maturity from that time, even though her body didn't physically age. But regardless, you're all back together as a crew. But it came down to stopping Pizza Cutter's army and how to do it properly. Jake stepped up and decided to give his own suggestion. Well, we could see if we could get into contact with Slash again so he can use United Titan, but the chances of getting into contact with him are unlikely. We could send the signal to Quint, but there's too much of a risk of the meme lords being captured. I think I might know someone. I know one of my old Ninja High friends, Rebecca. She's a ninja of wind. She could perhaps create a storm. What are we waiting for? Let's go find her. It was right then the walls crashed open. And from there we could clearly see an old foe having returned. Because it just had to be Mecha Pizza. You are all under arrest for defying Lord Pizza Cutter. Right, forgot. How he got put back under his control. Or he broke free from the reprogramming. Right. Tidal Wave! Tidal Wave and his brother began to attack. While Melina quickly gave us all right out of there. As we were leaving, a robotic cowboy with a hover cycle started chasing after us, but I took care of it quickly by jumping on using my own skills. It was cowboy versus cowboy. I wasn't a full cowboy, but saw that western flair. Quickly, I drew first and blasted his head off. Although my hat was almost flying off, I quickly grabbed it again and jumped back onto Melina, as it was time to figure out our next plan of action to finally defeat Pizza Cutter.